What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. A lot of stuff going on. Man, that Matrix trailer was something else. Definitely going to talk about that, whether or not these two idiots watched it or not. I'm assuming Steph did. I'm not going to call Steph an idiot. Brett is going to take that moniker and run with it. So we are going to talk about that. Stallone's going to be in a gangster series, a television series, first one in a long time. Steph has come around. She loves Evan Hansen now. We're going to talk about that. That's a lie. That is an absolute lie. But there's so much to talk about, and I'm excited about it because we have well, the big question I think that I want to ask today from both you guys and the panel is the two most hyped movies of the year right now are easily Spider-Man and The Matrix. Out of the two trailers, and I'm not talking about box office. I think that's going to be an easy answer. Which one is going to actually deliver? Which one is going to disappoint, if at all? We're going to talk about it today on The Big Thing for sure, and then there's a Christmas song we're going to play. Very excited to talk about the Christmas song in a second. But before that, let's get to it. It's The Big Thing. It's the wrong logo. I knew it. It's the right logo. I got it right. I'm very excited. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Nice to have you on The Big Thing. Man, that could come off wrong if you didn't know this was a show. Nice to have you on The Big Thing.
All aboard.
All aboard. It's like college all over again. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show.
Will you sign my cast?
What happened to you?
Evan Hansen slander.
Oh.
Yeah, say I like that garbage.
Well, everybody, I heard at the Spectacular, people were breaking ankles and something like, you know.
Oh, the stairs were kind of a little
brutal,
rough.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was the whole thing, but it was, we haven't really talked about it since, obviously, Monday I aired the Dan Merle episode. Spectacular, come and gone, season's over. It was a lot of fun. You did great, Steph.
Thank you.
Yes, it was fun to host in front of all those people. And
yes.
It was pretty slammed.
Yeah, it was. I was like, definitely so weird seeing the lights like that. Like,
Yeah.
I had never seen it from that point of view. And then the mic situation, because you can hear yourself to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. That crowd rocks.
It was really good. It was a lot of fun. So if you guys want to check it out, you can both check out the schmodownlive.com. Still available to purchase, and the patrons will get it until Friday. $5 patrons will get it on Thursday. Anyway, so a lot to talk about in general. But before we do, I do have to say, Brett, we had one of I think, the best moments ever in any show, whether it was Schmoes or Collider Live or whatever it was. That song or that Santa Claus thing, I don't know if I ever laughed so hard, but I'm not going to play the whole bit because I'm going to actually put the bit itself on the channel
With the lyrics.
Yeah, but Thrawn made a Christmas song out of it.
Santa
This is the lyrics. This is the one.
Oh,
that I
yeah,
showed
this
you.
one.
So Thrawn 2K, who used to make songs for us back in the day. I ran into him at Spectacular also, but I gotta play the song that he.
You don't get into the holiday spirit with this.
You have to.
You're hopeless.
Yeah, you're hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. But I want to make sure that it actually plays because there's a stupid setting that I know. Where is it? There it is. And good. Okay, here we go. Here is the song. This is from Thrawn 2K. This is our Christmas song. Have you heard this hit, Brett?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Don't
right?
use a machete, don't cut your balls. You want to make sure that you got nice balls, because you gotta have nice balls. Even if you're watching The Bachelor, or if you're watching Bond, or if you're watching Daniel Radcliffe with his naked wand. Hey!
Are you telling me Santa Claus is watching me shave my balls?
He has been accused of doing it. Him and Louis C.K. are on tour. And I don't really know right now what the hell we're going on.
The more I think of it, Santa's kind of a creep. What the fuck is this guy doing sleep? Are you telling me Santa Claus is watching me shave my balls?
They say that he had a thing with one of his reindeer. It's really not really nice, but again, it's not too clear. Twitter went out, tried to cancel his ass, but he is Santa, so it went away fast. Santa is uncancelable right now. You tried to cancel his ass.
Watching children sleep.
He's been doing it for over 200 years, so get out of his way.
Are you telling me Santa Claus is watching me shave my balls?
Beautiful.
My favorite part that wasn't on there is when you just now shit in this bag.
Give it to me.
Like, what was that? Like,
Well, remember,
it was evidence.
Remember, because he likes to watch people piss.
Yeah.
So it's like, so he tells the lawyers, "Now shit in this bag and give it to me." He's getting ready. He's getting ready. He's got, all this stuff. Steph, lock your door.
Jeez. No, I did after I heard the news. Jeez.
It's true. He's blasting off into a green-red sock.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh, he's uncancelable.
That's
It really is.
That is actually from Evan Hansen.
All right, yeah, that was the musical bit that they cut.
Yeah, Santa is Evan Hansen's origin story.
But wouldn't it make it better though if that song was in Evan Hansen? It's so funny. I was trying to watch these movies that are coming out now. They sent Evan Hansen, by the way, sent a really nice sweatshirt. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Did I cosplay?
We both looked in the same spot. Is it right
it's not over here. No,
Did they give you a really bad wig too?
not a wig, but the sweatshirt's great. I want to wear it.
Yeah.
I like it. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't shit on it. I can't shit on it. I didn't see
You
it.
gotta see it.
I don't want to. I'll tell you why.
Okay, why?
Not only because of what you said, but because I want to pretend that I really liked it. Because here's this. Because I want to wear this sweatshirt. And people are like, "Why are you wearing that?" Because I like this movie, and I don't want to lie. Because right now I like it because I saw the trailer.
The trailer.
You don't want this on your reputation.
That's what I'm saying. But if the people go, "Well, did you really like it?" I have not seen it, but I like the trailer.
I like the trailer.
And I can wear it. That way I can wear the.
And
that way I can wear it.
Free sweater.
And I get a free sweater.
I don't want to ruin
Sweater.
that.
I like
That's
it.
true.
It's a nice sweater.
I want
It's
more
really
sweater.
nice.
Gray
It's a
hoodie,
hoodie.
zip up.
No, it's like zipped. It's zipped, striped.
I must forget the look.
I don't give a shit what you forget. I like it, and it's good. But there's
help you out.
yeah, it's all right. West Side Story continues to play in this house, the original. The new one, as soon as it comes out, I'm sure will play even more so. My daughter's obsessed with the original now, so she's going to be obsessed with the new
cool.
one. Yeah, so she's singing that song. You haven't seen it yet, huh? You can see it in Spiderman
Yeah.
Monday
Yeah, I think so.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see it as well. Very excited about that. That's what the main topic is going to be today. It's going to be about Spider-Man and Matrix both coming out. And both trailers have dropped recently, and we'll get into it in just a moment. But I want to talk about the other movies and things that we've seen. Any other movies that you saw? Did anybody see King Richard yet?
No.
Yeah.
You did see it.
Yeah.
Did you see it last time we spoke?
No.
And what'd you think?
I loved it.
He was
it was
so good, wasn't he?
good. Yeah, it
He's
was.
winning.
Yeah, he's winning, and I will be so happy that he wins the Oscar finally. That movie was. I wasn't because I don't always love sports movies, but it was so much more than that.
Way more than that.
The trailer did a good job of not giving away the entire story.
Yeah.
I love the trailer. It's just I don't think
do you
I
have the sweatshirt?
Yeah, but do you have
If
Venus
they
in-
send me a tennis outfit,
You'd wear it?
I'd wear it, and then I wouldn't
gotta
watch the movie because I don't want to know. If
We got to get Flouse in a tennis
skirt,
outfit,
and a
in the
With the
short
ball
shorts.
tucked
with some like Adidas shoes? Yeah.
And if he puts his legs together, it look like a bulldog.
Yeah. Santa will be right there waiting for you.
Oh, he'll send you the shorts.
Nasty Santa.
Is
this one available for the regular folks? Or
Yeah, it's
on
on
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know
It doesn't matter for
We,
you.
like, yelled
You're
at him
still
with that
not-
answer.
Yeah. It's on HBO.
Yeah.
Stupid.
We legit have watched the first show or of any type in like 2 weeks. We started the second season of The Great last night, and it is great.
I know. I tried. So we that was we tried to watch. How many times you heard this story? When I said I got to watch.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
The new one I'm going to try to watch with my wife was Wheel of Time.
Oh, yeah, I started that.
I liked it so far, but it wasn't that she didn't like it. She was tired. She's like, "You're really going to have to invest in this one, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, let's revisit it."
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's like, and it was. She just was tired, so that wasn't one where she was like, "I'm out." It was more like, "I just don't know if I can do this right now." I was like, "That's fine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I started finally?
What's that?
Rome.
Rome is fantastic.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
So every episode's a different story. Is that how it goes?
You're in season 1?
Yeah.
So season 1, if you watch Rome season 1, I mean, it's just covering history, right? You could tell this season 1 by the end of it, you're like, okay, well, they're going to go over the history of Rome, and they're probably going to go like 15 seasons because there's so much Rome, with the beginning of what Julius Caesar did and then playing into it. But back then, so there are seasons of television now that cost about $100 million to make. Back then, that series, that was 2004, 2005 when they made that series. It was $100 million back then.
Oh, whoa.
So, and it was HBO. And remember, this was and I know Sopranos had come out and everything too, but nothing like this, where you're basically making a big movie like they do now for everything on streaming.
Yeah.
But it was ahead of its time, and then it didn't do very well because I don't think people were ready for it yet in season 1. And then season 2, they cram in all of this history within one. You'll see it. It just kind of jumps history and jumps all these big moments in time that just kind of cram itself in. But season 1 is like the beginning of kind of Julius Caesar's reign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Because I'm only like 2 episodes in, so I was trying to
so
figure
good.
it
I
out.
haven't watched it in so long.
It's
I'd love
really
to.
good.
It's really good.
It popped up and I was like, I think Kristian infiltrated one.
I'm telling you, man. Like when you see it, you'll see, because you'll even see people from Game of Thrones pop into it. You'll see that, oh, this is what HBO wanted to do. Like you'll get a lot. There's a lot of Game of Thrones. It was Game of Thrones way before Game of Thrones. It's like if you combine Rome with Lord of the Rings, that's Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
It's really good. I like season 1 is. Season 2 is, like I said, it's
pretty
crammed.
good.
It's just it's good. It's just crammed. It's like, so, and I'm a history buff, so, and I love that period of it. That's a good one to get into.
Did they just do 2, or were there?
They only did 2 because they couldn't, because it just wasn't.
There's just so much Rome.
There is a
like you
bunch.
said, there is.
I know. There's so
in
much
Rome.
series. There's so many series that back in the day. I remember there's another series that I thought came out way too early. For people weren't ready for it yet, and it was on FX. It was called Over There, and it was while the war was still going on in 2000 and I think it was 2005 around that time. Whenever he made Rami Malek is in it.
Oh,
briefly. First time I really remember seeing him, but it was.
Was he a villain in it?
He was. He wasn't. I don't know if he. I don't think villain is the right word though. He's
Anti-hero?
But no. He's not an American soldier. He's an Afghan soldier. I'm pretty sure, or I don't know if he's Taliban. I'm not sure, but but they show you where he is, like why he's pained and why he does this stuff that he's doing. Like you try to sympathize. I don't think people are ready for any of that when this show came out. That show was only a season, and nobody remembers that show. Oh. I got a couple of comments ago. I remember Over There, but nobody remembers that show.
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
You never heard of it.
FX is always ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I love FX shows.
It's really good. Been watching Matrix, obviously, because we just watched the first one, did the rewatch. We did Animatrix, which is coming out this Friday from me, Kate, and Coy. And I started watching the second one last night. I feel the same way about it that I did when was the last time you saw Matrix 2 or Matrix 1?
I am gonna do a rewatch.
You're gonna do a rewatch?
Yeah, probably
of
tonight.
all 4?
I think
or 3,
so.
I mean?
Yeah, of all 3. I haven't seen them in like a decade.
Well, you're an anime. Watch Animatrix also.
Yeah.
So, but watch them in this order: Matrix, Animatrix,
all right,
2, and then 3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since they came out.
Then I would definitely, if you're gonna go see,
I know,
see
actually,
yeah,
sorry.
it's gonna be too confusing if I don't see all 3.
I'm lying. I saw that we watched the first one with my son.
Yeah.
And this is something that I want to ask you because
Yes.
I was asking on SEN the other day was like, is it okay to watch 2 with Blake? He's 14. She thinks the sex scene is 2, and I'm like, I don't remember it being that. Like
same with Neo and
I
watched it last night.
Yeah, I don't remember it being.
I watched it last night.
Yeah,
16 times. Oh, this is Gary Busey.
No replay.
I had it on loop.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
I have continued to watch that scene over and over and over again, not for the sex itself, but on the left side of the wall, there's a butterfly, and that butterfly has been dead for 13 years. However, if you watch a one frame, it comes alive for a moment. Whether or not that's in the left side of my cranium, I am not sure. God has told me otherwise. Now I will eat cereal backwards.
I am the architect.
Yeah. So it's not. The stupid rave is still stupid.
That's what I thought. I don't think it would be. It didn't seem.
No,
I know,
they're
she
like
must remember it as being super.
Who said that?
Lonnie. She's like, it's so God. It was so graphic. But when we watched it with him the first time, he was 9. Yes, that probably would have been a bit much. But
I mean, for 9, I won't show Vivi yet.
Yeah.
Because she's not watching rated R stuff yet, right? So 14.
I think he's
that's
fine. I watched shit.
Well, and he's played The Last of Us 1 and 2, which is...
Then, yeah, dude.
I'm like, I walked in, I'm like, I'm going to let you just enjoy this by yourself.
Well, this is the difference. Here, this is what's hilarious. Are you going to show him the first one?
He has seen it, but I think we should rewatch the first one.
So this is, and this has nothing to do with you guys. This is the typical American family, right? Matrix, the end of the movie, I just watched it again last night. They walk in, Trinity and Neo, and they fucking blow away everybody.
Yeah.
It just shotguns,
Yeah.
blood splattering on the wall, but we're worried about ass and balls.
Well, that's the thing. That's
I
what I
know.
was saying. I was like, wait, are we? And then I would thought this was going to be I'm like, oh, cool. He's into this. We're going to go. She goes, oh, he can't watch the other ones. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I didn't look it up, and I should have watched something to see how bad it was. But
there is that one scene though
Violence-
when Trinity fucking grabs the dildo and
Yeah.
different. Sorry,
From the helicopter.
Even then, I agree. We care so much about sex, and then we're like, oh, but you can watch people get their heads blown off.
Right,
It's fine.
That's always been the American criticism,
Yes.
right? So it's so silly. You can watch all these things happen, but it's like, oh no, she's playing with his ball bag. Let's not do that.
Your eyes must be torn out to sinner.
No, but even so, it's not it's not that bad.
I didn't think so.
No, they're like laying in bed. They're like, it'll be awkward for a second because they're like curled up naked in the bed,
Like
but you
the
don't see
eternal
anything.
sex scene.
Yeah, what's that?
It's like the eternal sex scene.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very low key.
But watching
She also remembered 9.5 weeks as being super steamy, and I'm like, this is dull.
compared to today.
Yeah.
But back then, though, the reason
was
why
too
she
young
did,
to be watching. She kind of
but dude, even back then, though, even for adults, that was like now it's like we're just talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, so it's,
Game of Thrones is like everything that makes you uncomfortable.
there it is, and so watching Matrix, though, watching the second one, it's there's just so much in there that I was like, oh, it's similar to when we were talking about like the Star Wars movies.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff in there that it's just they just overcomplicate things in the second one. I like it. I like the second one. It's fine, but so I don't know if you remember, but the first one, and a lot of people feel the same. A lot of people feel different. First Matrix is great. I don't think anybody argues that really. Second one is okay and would have been so much better if the third one was good, but the third one sucks from what I remember. I haven't seen the third one since I saw it in the theater. No, that's not true. I watched it I think one time after that and was still even more depressed watching.
I was never in the sucks camp, but I got what people didn't like about
the
it.
third one?
Yeah, but I didn't hate. Again, at the time, here's the thing I will say about this: that the younger generation, my friend that has a 16-year-old, didn't find Matrix that amazing because there's so many more movies that have done that kind of stuff now.
Yes.
So it's not to them, because when we were seeing it, like this whole thing was like, whoa.
Well, that, and then even Kate said it because Kate watched it for the first time, right? And so Kate, what Kate realized though is after looking at this stuff that had been there before or had been done afterwards, right? She didn't say, "Oh, well, I've seen this already." She's like, "Oh, they got it from this."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the original in so many ways.
It is and it isn't, because I always bring up Dark City. Do you remember Dark City?
Oh God,
it's an Alex Proyas movie.
Let's say yes.
Kiefer Sutherland's in it, and but it did Matrix before Matrix was, and with the same kind of thing where he's in this world and they can't kind of figure out what it is, and then he's kind of revealed. It's Rufus Sewell. It's a great movie. I love it. I haven't seen it in forever. That's one I want to go back and watch. I love that movie, Dark City. But anyway, but Matrix did so much as far as the technology goes and built out. But I thought the second one gets a little more complicated. I got to see the third. However, after watching this new trailer has an opportunity to do what I thought the third one might do for the second, and that is make 3 and 2 better.
Okay.
Because it all ties together in some way. Like the new trailer, did you see it?
Yeah.
New trailer? Bonkers.
It is.
Love it.
Really, really liked it because it didn't give away too much, but I feel like from what I remember, it excited me because it wasn't too, it like would connect things.
Yes.
But I really need to rewatch the second and third one because I forget those completely.
Yeah, you need to watch them again too, because rewatching them has certainly helped for sure. And I'll tell you that when watching this trailer, and looking, it's almost so meta. Where
it looks really cool.
Really meta, like where there's different versions of Morpheus. There's different versions of these. Like, so if you remember the third one, there were different versions of the Matrix in general. There's been so many versions of the Matrix. And the question is, how did this version of Neo get placed into this? Because this Neo remembers all the shit that we remember from the other movies, but nobody else does. And so when you're looking at he's looking at stuff that happened in the back, and he's almost watching a projection of what happened the same way that we did. So all the movies that we've seen, he's able to see. So and now it looks like they're kind of pointing the finger that Carrie-Anne Moss, Trinity, is the one in this one. And it's funny because a lot of times it's so amazing, and it's also, to be fair, it's because they set her up so well, and she's such a cool character.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing a lot of conversations or people screaming woke about Carrie-Anne Moss being the one, because it's Trinity. And she's proven she's a fucking badass, and that she's already earned the spot, and she's, so no, I haven't seen that. Oh, they're gonna make it a woman now.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that, and I thought I was going to, but then most people are like, well, it's Trinity.
Yeah,
she's you know that Trinity can kick ass. We've seen her kick ass before, and it turns out that that's the case. Then that's great. They're not taking Neo's powers away. He just might not be the one in this Matrix, or he very well might be. Either way, I'm pretty stoked about it. But it adds back into this whole overall conversation. Spider-Man's hyped. One of the most hyped movies I've seen in a long time, no doubt. People are really excited about it. And I think that this is going to be the box office winner for the year, no doubt. Me too. Question is, what will be the better movie, and what will please fans more? Will it be, because remember, this is it's crazy, because the whole point of the last Matrix kind of TV spot was called Deja Vu. And this is very deja vu. When you go back to 1999, Star Wars Phantom Menace was coming out. It was the talk of the town. It was the one everyone thought was going to be the big box office winner. It was the one that was going to crush. And then Matrix comes along. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's talking about it. Matrix 4 was very similar to that, where they're like, oh, Matrix 4 is coming out. Oh, really? They're doing another one? And then the hype starts to build a little bit more on it. And now it's not the talk of the town at the moment. Spider-Man is. The question is, will Spider-Man be the talk after the movie is over? Will it deliver, or will Matrix? Steph, we start with you.
I think Matrix is a really cool opportunity, and in a better way, to be more of a talk of the town, because it can connect decades of footage and film and history. And I think it can connect the younger audience and the newer audience in a way that is really, really cool and impactful. I think Spider-Man has a lot. I think it's going to be really great, but it'll be harder to knock it out of the park in a way, because we have so many incredible comic book movies that it might be it will be harder to stick the landing, I think, on an ensemble. There's less anticipation of Matrix right now, which I think will help the outcome.
Yeah, well, minus that last trailer, though.
Yeah.
The hype's starting to build on it. Not as much as Spider-Man. You're absolutely right. But Brett, so you haven't seen the second trailer for Matrix yet, but you're just being on SEN Live talking about it and everything too. Out of these two movies, a lot of hype on both of them. Which will the audiences of both franchises be more satisfied with? Do you think Spider-Man, or do you think Matrix?
I think Matrix. I think Spider-Man is been built up to not make everyone happy and make a lot of people angry, because there's been too many is this going to be, and who's going to be in, and what's so that one has the most hype, so therefore I think it's built up for the most failure in terms of because again, if you have expectation, I don't think that people's expectations for Matrix are not the same. It's just I think most people go, I just really want this to be good.
You just want it to be good, and and so that's the point. If Matrix is at least good, it wins.
Yeah.
Because if it's good and it can catapult, because we know we're getting more Spider-Man movies. We know we're getting more MCUs.
Yeah.
Matrix, it all is reliant on this movie. If this movie turns out to be disappointing like the third movie, it's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if it does wind up being bad, people are going, all right, well, they hyped me up for it. What a bummer. What a bummer. But it's there's no, the expectations I got hyped up, but I don't really want to see another one.
I think if it's fun, then people will be good with it.
Yeah.
I think if it's really confusing Matrix in a way that doesn't land, for me, Tenet didn't land because of some of the things that has been done in Matrix. Yeah, and then it's just the outcome isn't even cool. I'm like, okay, we did all this work mentally for this. That doesn't make sense. Then people, I think, could have a vitriol reaction.
It could.
But if it's fun, like
if it's
what
fun.
people are talking about, like Malignant being so fun, then I think it could be like a huge cult.
Agreed. And this is why I think that it has a lot, there's a chance for it to really smash.
Yeah.
Because they're going back to the Matrix. Even watching the second Matrix last night, they spent a lot of time in Zion. Like a lot of time in Zion. And the stuff in the Matrix, it was like they got away from doing the kind of complicated stuff and got away from like, the more interesting mystique of the Matrix, and they just went into, now here's Neo doing a stop spinning flying kick, and here's 47 Agent Smiths that he's fighting in the park, and here's now Agent Smith, who is now able to transfer his consciousness into a real life human being, and it's like what? And now here's like a 47-minute long rave. It's like so that kind of shit. Like if they get away from that and they go back, and what it looks like, they're going back to that kind of fun, mysterious stuff that the first one was. I don't mind confusing if it, like you said, if it delivers at the end, because the first one, if you don't know what, because Kate seeing it for the first time, that opening scene, Trinity, you don't really tell you what they don't tell you what the rules are in the beginning. She's at a table, the agents come to get her, she's kicking people's asses, she jumps in, it looks like a truck's gonna hit her, and then it just, like, what happened? Is she dead? Like, you don't know what the hell just happened. It is confusing until you watch it more and more, and you're like, oh, she wasn't really there, she was in a computer program. And then when you watch it a second time, it makes it cooler. Like, that kind of shit, sign me up for. If they do that for this one, that's that kind of confusing, I'm for, as long as, like, well, it's not confusing anymore now that I know. Inception was the same way for me. But
because there was answers.
Because there's answers.
You figure it out. It's not just like, oh, here's a theory.
Yeah, confuse me at first, but don't confuse me at the end.
Yeah.
Like when I'm...
It's like, oh, it's up to interpretation. I'm like, no, I think you just didn't figure out what happened.
Well, that was Tenet, right? You had to read an article afterwards to figure out what
Inception for some people too, because of the ending. The ending is the spinning top, and people don't... I think it's clear cut. They told you that his whole thing was his wedding ring, and he's wearing it. And that, to me, that's reality. I think that Nolan set it up, but that's a little open ended. But either way, I know what you're saying. But I'm less about the open ended stuff and more like, just don't overdo it. And if you're gonna, like, don't just bombard us with the cool Matrix effects. Like when they had to go bigger and badder in 2 and 3, and it was too much. It's too much special effects. Even, and the special effects, I know that it's 2003 that we're talking about, but like at one point Neo's flying around in the sky and it just looks bad. It looks like bad CGI. But at the time it might have looked cool. I don't remember. I just watched it last night. It looks really bad. But either way, that delivers, and they're able to do that. And I think audiences, Steph, I think you're right, will be satisfied as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Spider-Man needs to be great. Spider-Man needs to be great, and not just a great on there's Toby and Andrew.
Yeah.
The question is, how much are Toby and Andrew going to be in the movie? Is it relevant to the actual story? Does that also make sense? Because what we have seen with Spider-Man movies many times over, and not just Spider-Man movies, a lot of movies, when you put too many villains in it, it is hard to give that much development in 2 hour half, 230, 240 of a movie. It's still long.
And with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I don't think Doctor Strange is going to be in it too much.
Really? I hope not.
I like the character. I just think that we're gonna get his own movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sets it up. I don't think we get him. I don't think he's going to be in it as much. I think he's going to probably be in the beginning and then the end.
Yeah, really, maybe they just used him in the trailer a lot.
Yeah,
and the stinker in me wants them to just be like running a hot dog stand and Stan Lee appearance at like, hey, look, it's Spider-Man, and just the two of them, making dogs, and that's it. And then,
oh, you mean Toby and Andrew? Yeah, that's it.
That's what you got.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the internet would explode. You're just like. They just wave.
They're like, "Hey, look, it's Spider-Man!"
Nah, you really came here for this.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. They're gonna have a pretty significant role, and as long as
they're gonna do this Spider-Man,
yes, they have to.
They're gonna. Okay.
They have to. They have to. There's that classic meme stuff of the by the garbage cans.
Yeah. No, of course.
They have to.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna take a lot from Into the Spider-Verse. I think it's gonna, which can be good or bad. To me, it looks like a live action Into the Spider-Verse. So if they land it like Into the Spider-Verse, I'll be awesome.
And that's the other thing though. If and to be fair to Spider-Man, if Spider-Man does deliver, and Spider-Man is very good, then nobody. I mean, people will say, "Well, Matrix was good," but man, that Spider-Man thing. I mean, that's what the talk of the town is going to be. Toby and Andrew coming back and working together, and apparently, you know, it ends pretty dramatic. I will say that the humor in the movie, and I feel like I say this from majority of movies, the humor in the movie scares me. It's I like they're overcooking it in a lot of these trailers, even the TV spots. I try not to watch too many of them, but like. I mean, Spider-Man always has had humor. So I like when Spider-Man's
goofy.
And he's cheesy. He's always been cheesy.
But he's also he's sarcastic and he cracks jokes in the middle. He's always been in the comics. Yeah. That's not what I mean. I just meant when he's running around with Ned and Zendaya that they're like, let's not General Hux Poe this and start cracking jokes, or Guardians 2 start cracking jokes in the middle of, you know, here's a serious moment. Let's throw a joke in it just because we need to lighten it up a little bit. Let it play.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Awkwafina's character in Shang-Chi, because she was funny, but then when she needed to be serious, she was serious.
Yeah, I thought that they balanced out the humor pretty well in that. We haven't talked about Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, because you saw it later.
I saw it like a month ago.
Yeah.
Liked it. Didn't love it as much as everybody else did. I liked it a lot though. But definitely liked Eternals better.
I loved Eternals. Yeah, Eternals is one of my favorite MCU movies.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I get it, and then I'm like, oh, that sucks that you don't like it.
Yeah, it's to me because you know why? Because it seems to me a very different, fresh science fiction movie.
Yeah,
more so
which
than anything else.
I love.
Yeah.
So
all right, listen. You know what else I love?
What?
FITBOD, Steph.
Hey.
Love that FITBOD. And I don't know, have you tried this FITBOD yet?
No.
Oh, you
got it.
Cool. You need to set up for FITBOD, and I'll tell you why. FITBOD is pretty great, and Steph will agree with this, because the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get stuck doing the same workouts over and over and over again. You got to make progress towards the future, and in order to do that, it means overcoming new challenges. Here's what FITBOD does. It begins a fitness program that continually adapts with new exercises and dynamic intensity that adjusts how you are progressing. So you'll be challenged to meet your new goals at your own pace. So perfection, right? It's an illusion. But there's always a higher level to strive for, and for that looks different for everybody, especially when it comes to fitness. No workout is one size fits all. What FITBOD does is it creates a fitness program that continually adapts to you, so you stay challenged with new exercises, pacing, and intensity based on where you are and where you want to be. So the really cool stuff about this app is that you can pick workouts that are tailored to any equipment that you have or goals that you have, and the app has clear and very easy to follow instructions. For me, I like how it balances muscle groups, and you can be fully recovered for your next workout pretty quick. So you'll feel stronger, you'll feel faster, and thank you to that personal training. I'll tell you what, I normally get bored of workout routines like in a week or two, but FITBOD, it just keeps it fresh. For me, it helps me work out every muscle group without overworking any of them. This is what FITBOD does. It understands that the path to achieving the best looks, it's different for everybody. Whether you're exercising 3 days a week, twice a day, every workout is scientifically proven to be better than the last. FITBOD workouts are balanced to avoid overworking muscles with varied exercises to keep you sharp. And if you don't have equipment, don't worry about it. FITBOD has bodyweight routines for those looking to get fit at home or on the go. So if you want to sign up, you sign up now, you get 25% off your membership. Personalized training can be tough on the budget, but guess what? FITBOD is only $12.99 a month. That's $79.99 a year. So pick up the pace on the fitness journey with FITBOD today, and your future self is going to thank you. You get 25% off your membership at fitbod.me/SENlive.
I got it.
You got it? It's good, right?
$12.99. Yeah. That is.
And
really
you dial in, like I said, I have a 25-pound kettlebell. I have one of the door hanging pull-ups. I have straps. I have you dial in everything you have, and there are things where you can work out with just doing push-ups and things like that. And for me, I hate going to a gym.
Yeah.
And this is perfect because I need like a personal trainer.
Tells you what to do.
Yeah. It's like I need a personal trainer, but I don't want a human one.
Yes. right. Seriously, that's the world that we live in for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
It's great. So go check it out for sure. Jumping back into the Spider-Man and
he's fit. Oh,
yeah.
Brother, who's his trainer?
See? I like how she's getting more airtime now because I've had those for years.
Yeah,
I've had those for years. But this is exciting. I like the fact that they've different. Just the idea that we're getting a new Spider-Man movie with the idea of. Remember when Toby Maguire first put on the suit in 2002, Matrix 2 and 3 hadn't come out yet. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we're going to have essentially, if everyone believes it, I do, Toby's going to be back as Spider-Man. And then you get Neo and Trinity running around again. Like the fact that movie came out in 99, the first one, the first Matrix. 99. What were you, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I probably saw it when I was like 12.
You were 4 years younger than my daughter. That is stupid.
That theater experience for me,
Evil laugh.
is on my top 10. Top 10 theater experiences for me
Matrix?
was Matrix.
I'm
because
sure. Nobody knew what was coming.
Didn't know anything about
Yeah,
it.
that must have been awesome,
It
actually.
was insane. And all I need from this one is a Rage Against the Machine song to end the film.
I wonder if they're going to.
If they drop me just some...
I wonder. Well, because that was the other thing is the Wachowskis always used EDM in the movies as well too. Like they got him. I'm sure.
Yeah, Matrix has such good music.
Oh,
that's one of the wins. Okay, but what do you think about since Sony is not connected to Disney Plus in the sense that we don't have the Spider-Man movies? Do you think there's going to be a big base that has like no familiarity with the other Spider-Man?
There are, especially if they don't bring the Drake video game back. They'll never get it.
You mean that people that aren't going to connect, that aren't going to
like they
recognize?
might not know. Well, they might know Toby Maguire was Spider-Man, but not have seen his movies.
It depends on what generation we're talking about. Right? If we're talking about my daughter. Well, strangely enough, the first one my daughter ever watched, Spider-Man, was Toby's.
Okay,
but the generation that just grew up on MCU, sure, they'll probably have to be explained. But then, that's why this movie's going to hit so hard, because what it's going to do is it's going to play to that audience that one of two things is going to happen. Some 12-year-old kid who'd never seen the movies, just seen, what's his face, Holland, is going to go, who are those guys? And that was the Spider-Man when I was probably your age or younger or older, a little older. But what we should do? We should check those movies out. And you're going to see those movies are going to start to see such a high boost on Amazon and Apple once those guys come in. And because of those kids that want to see it. But then the other reason it's going to make so much money is because people, once the word starts carrying out of the casual fan, I try every single time to get John Pinto on this show. Have you guys been on when I've tried John Pinto? I've tried him every single time because he's a casual fan.
And if he's
just a major fan of movies, but he doesn't know shit about the business. Okay. And he doesn't, like, anytime he didn't know Obi-Wan was coming out, he didn't know anything. I've tried to call him so many different times.
Family.
He never picks up because he's always working at this time.
Pinto.
Yeah, he always is. But I got to get him on one of these days. He never picks up. People are going to think that it's just a random phone line.
I know, every time. You're like, this guy.
Yeah. My work. And I don't know if they're going to say his, I'm going to, if I actually get his voicemail, I'm going to leave him a message this time. But unless he leaves his number.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
6666669.
Yeah. So, anyway, so
or they'll do it like Into the Spider-Verse, where they intro the characters kind of with it. There's probably a sprinkle of Easter eggs for people who've seen everything, and then but enough to be a new character to new people.
Yeah, I think that. Well, they're gonna have to do that for sure.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to say, okay, that's. Well, they explained it enough. Even in the trailer. Of the villains are coming in from different parallel universes, so they're gonna say, well, there's different Spider-Man. Also, and then what happens is they come in, and to the fans that don't know them, like, oh, those are just the other Spider-Man. And then to us, it's like, that's holy shit. That's the garbage can. Yeah. So, but I think that if it delivers, it's going to be massive, and it's also the end of a trilogy. And they've talked about. I know they're starting a new trilogy after this, but this is the end of a trilogy. It's supposed to be really. Kind of, it's sad from what they're saying also. So someone's going to eat shit. Ugh. You don't think?
Definitely someone's going to die.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not Zendaya's
Who do you want to
character.
die the most?
I think it's one of the original Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it'll be Toby Maguire. Or maybe it will be Andrew Garfield. Because that was the most depressing Spider-Man ever.
He's the better actor.
Yeah.
And I think more people... people would care if Toby died. Coy wouldn't, but if more people died, if one of those guys died, I just feel like Andrew Garfield is a good crier.
Oh my gosh, he's such a good crier. I was thinking that. He does that like...
Yeah. He always gets a tear in his eye. I always feel so bad for him. It's just like, dude, I just want to buy the guy a sandwich.
Straight, you root for him.
Yeah. And did you see Tick, Tick, Boom yet?
Yeah, I loved it.
So good. Until I saw King Richard, I thought he had it.
I know. He'll still be nominated.
I think so,
Andrew
yeah.
Garfield has such a long career ahead of him.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He's going to get another... He'll get an Oscar.
It's true. So, I don't know. If you're asking me out of the two... What do I think is going to be the more satisfying for audiences? The only reason I'm going to give it, and I actually hope I'm wrong, because if you ask me right now what I'm more, I want to see both these movies very badly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. If you told me I can only get to watch one right now out of the trailers that I've seen, I'm picking Matrix.
Yeah.
Right now for me, because you watched my reaction yesterday or 2 days ago when I did the reaction to it. I legit was like, I don't want to do this. I'm not saying that there's other reactors that do it. I don't know if they do or they don't. But they're over. I have had full reaction videos where people have said like, that's boring. All you're doing is sitting there. Because
I'm being normal.
This is what
Single
I did.
Tier.
Yeah, because this is me watching it. Because I'm watching the monitor over here, so it looks like it's supposed to be looking over there. I'm over here. I'm going, all right.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. This trailer, I'm going, like I'm just wanting to go yes, because I'm like I can't this is what I wanted to see in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So if it delivers for me, it's going to be the one that hits for sure. But I am very excited to see how they're going to play in the Toby and Andrew stuff. And now we know this is another thing that I think that he pretty much confirmed it, that Charlie Cox Daredevil is going to be in.
Yeah.
This thing. 'Cause I know the leaks and Kevin Feige confirmed that Charlie Cox would play Daredevil in the MCU. He didn't confirm it that he was in this movie, but because of the leaks and everything too, he probably was just like, just
I know.
So Charlie Cox is going to be, which I like a lot. That Daredevil series was amazing. The question though, did you read the article?
Yeah.
Feige? Okay, so did he say that stuff is indeed canon? Did he mention?
No, I don't think there was any confirmation.
There wasn't
on
any
that.
confirmation on it.
No.
So I wonder if it is. I mean, I hope it is, because why would they negate it? Because here's
it
the
might
thing.
be. They said because they might pull more characters, more actors from Daredevil.
Well, we already know. I mean, there's major rumors that Kingpin's going to show up in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So I mean, some
saw
people,
a hand.
Right. So
That's
the
what
question
they
is,
think.
and they think, and that's who they're in season 3. That's where they're kind of setting it up, and that's probably why Feige has made that announcement of Charlie Cox. Because the second you see Fisk, and you see him, you're gonna go, okay, well that means Charlie Cox is coming back.
He might be the end credits of Spider-Man if they're setting up the show, but I don't think he's.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be in a scene. Because I mean he's sitting in that living room from the leaks, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
What if Toby and Andrew are just in the end credits?
That would be
Eating falafel.
No, they're for sure in the
Eating
trailer. They
falafel.
just cut them out.
Yeah, well, they're in the trailer.
That 3 scene
when they punch the lizard in the face in the international.
There's like 3 characters and 1 Spider-Man. Nah,
It
Spider-Man's cool, but he's not that strong.
Well, look
and
at
it's the Hollywood Boulevard shit stained Spider-Man too.
The guy who just stinks like
you're like, oh, you want a picture of Spider-Man? No,
I'm good.
He's
You
probably
smell like
excited
whiskey.
to have some redemption.
Yeah, he probably is. But I think that what is going to, if you look at that scene, the lizard was from Amazing Spider-Man, Sandman's from Toby's Spider-Man, and then you get who was I know Electro's also from Amazing Spider-Man. So
they're almost all amazing.
Well, not Spidey. No. Electro was Garfield. Lizard was Garfield.
Yeah.
And then Sandman was Toby.
Mm-hmm.
So is there only 3 villains in that one?
I
don't know. I don't know if Goblin was in there. I know because we know Willem Dafoe is going to be in this thing. We know that now it looks like Dane DeHaan at one point is flying through. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I just hope, I hope it delivers.
You think
sure.
Pony Boy's going to be in this one?
Yeah, Ralph Macchio.
No.
It's
it's 3 name. Right. I couldn't think.
What was he? Who's Pony? Isn't Pony Boy?
No, it's Stay Gold Pony Boy. Ralph Macchio.
He says that to C. Thomas Howell.
CTH,
Yeah,
baby.
C. Thomas Howell.
Because he's the one that in
he's an Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's the one that
the crane.
goes,
He takes the crane.
operator.
Yeah, he's like, so C. Thomas Howell, who you were you weren't even in your dad's balls.
I hadn't made the cycle yet.
Yeah.
Nope.
See, Thomas Howell he was in a movie called Red Dawn, which I loved. He was in a movie
My dad made me watch that.
Yeah, he was in a movie that if he was in today, he would be canceled tomorrow, called Soul Man.
Oh,
haven't
Jesus.
seen that.
Yeah.
How did that movie?
Oh.
How did that movie?
Wait, can you tell me the premise?
He's a white kid who wants to get into college.
Yeah.
So he goes blackface the entire movie as Soul Man and pretends he's black the whole time so he can get into college.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How this movie?
As Soul Man.
The movie's called Soul Man,
Yeah.
and he's walking around doing the most stereotypical, like the whole time.
Like,
yeah,
like his
I
walk
mean,
and
you gotta.
his,
It's
It's
I'm a
80s.
soul
It's an
man.
and
Oh my
Was it? Is that
how that
Radon
movie-
Chong is in that? It's-
Yes, it's Radon
looking
Chong.
this up right
How in the
now.
world you gotta look it up?
I don't know if you could rent it. I don't know.
I think it's got to be available. I'm sure it is. I mean, it's at least on YouTube.
Yo.
Soul Man. How that movie, even in the 80s, look at Seth's face.
Oh my. It's a comedy teen movie.
Yeah.
Let's see where you can watch it. Jesus.
Jail.
I think. I think we
In the
were even
dungeon.
like back
You
then
can't-
going.
you-
This
if
is
you
a
watch
little.
it, you watch it, you get arrested
Yeah,
for
you can.
political
Yeah.
incorrectness.
Even
Yeah.
me searching this right now is putting me on a list. You can rent it on Amazon Prime and Apple TV.
sure.
Jesus.
But
And
have you ever
YouTube.
seen The Outsiders? That's C.
Outsiders is a that's a classic.
Yeah, I love The Outsiders.
Yeah, that's
C. Thomas Howell's in that. Yeah.
Oh.
He's Pony Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I said Pony Boy. Who
Yeah.
are you, like?
Yeah. So
Who else is in? Who's name some other big famous?
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise,
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze,
Even the
Matt
cover
Dillon.
Of, can I put the
Yeah,
cover
put
of
the cover up.
You see, one version's him white, and then the
Yeah.
other is his blackface. That's the cover.
Yeah.
These people.
It's
Yeah.
nuts. It's nuts. That movie. Hilarious.
Well, it was hard for white guys to get into college back then.
This light is essentially giving me white face the
I know
entire
it is.
episode.
Well, see, stay there. Stay there.
I've been dodging every
No,
time.
but where you are right there, that looks good.
Okay, it's gonna come as soon as it recognizes.
You know
the
what it
face.
is? I think I know what it is. Here, Brett. Well, no, you know what?
I think
Steph,
my
let's
forehead
Steph
is
talk.
lighting you.
Let's talk for a second.
All right, no. Every time I've been moving, the light's been going on my face. Oh, maybe it is the outside light.
There it is.
Got it. There you go.
All right. See? I'm the smartest guy
Back
on the
in
block.
brown.
So, what has more hype? Spider-Man,
Or
Matrix,
Matrix?
or Soul Man 2?
I can't wait for Soul Man 2.
I'll tell you what would trend the most on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh my God. There was a movie that was coming out. It got canceled. Remember, this was like a year ago, where this guy put on like black, or I forget if he put on blackface as a woman and he like met another white guy.
I don't remember.
It was unbelievable.
Well, the
It got,
Scarlett Johansson movie got canceled. You remember?
my favorite Asian actress. You're talking
No, but
about?
not for that. No, she got
Oh,
canceled.
when
No,
she was supposed to be
She was supposed to be
trans?
trans. They canceled
Yeah.
that. But no, this one is that movie, like such an 80s movie, but still I don't. But nobody brings that one up as much anymore. The fact that you didn't even know about
No.
it. Like there's other stuff
Yeah.
that, you know, like when you it's that one would in a million years. You imagine if someone pitched that today, they would get fired. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
See, Thomas is going to write us a cease and desist for talking.
That's what Tommy is like. Don't bring that up. Okay, I have been devouring Magic Spoon, Brett. Devouring. I did what you told me to do. Like where I wasn't just doing the peanut butter and the chocolate. Now I'm doing the other two flavors. What a snack! Oh, I love it. Who's trying this stuff? Have you tried it yet? Cereal for everybody. Steph, I know you don't eat cereal anymore, do you?
I like cereal.
Well, let me tell you something about this cereal. Cereal for everybody else, it growing up, it's like the best parts of being a kid. But a lot of people give it up because it's full of sugar and it's junk that you just don't eat. You don't eat it a lot, right? So if you're trying to cut down on carbs and sugar on healthy food, you realize you can't eat anything. Because if you drink protein shakes, you do powder for years, but this is a delicious way to get protein before and after workouts. So everybody tries to eat better, but healthy breakfast, it doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon absolutely has the flavors that you love, but without all the bad stuff. Listen to this. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and this is the variety pack. It's got 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter. So I've been doing the mix of all of it. I do the peanut butter, I do the chocolate. That's great. I tear through the boxes this way. I don't care. I just been doing also the mixture of the fruity and the frosted together too. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you told me to do that combination.
So good. I did all 4 because there was just a remnant in each bag.
Did you really?
It was so good.
Oh my God. It's delicious, and it tastes exactly like regular cereal from your childhood, but it is super nutritious. It's a nutritious cereal. It's delicious, but it's super healthy cereal that really brings joy to your mornings or afternoons. Or I'll be honest, I look for a night snack, and and I want to get some protein in before night.
Ice cream replacement. I always have to have something sweet before bed, and I have a little bowl of this.
I like to do protein. If I'm going to have something after dinner or before I go to sleep, I want to have some protein instead. And it's like, I don't want to just gnaw on a chicken breast, So it's like, no, this is delicious. Go to magicspoon.com/bigthing and grab a variety pack and just try it. And be sure to use that code, though, Big Thing at checkout, and you're going to save $5 off the order. Magic Spoon is so confident, and I understand why, in their product. It's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they're going to refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/bigthing. Use that code, Big Thing, and save $5 off. Thank you so much to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, I actually can't eat cereal unless I do it as a dessert. Like all the cereal is like cookies, that I put in milk. That sounds bomb.
It's just protein.
Yeah,
and it's
if you look
so
at
good.
You look at the box and it's got no this. You're like, this is gonna taste like garbage. But it's really
delicious.
I don't know how they do it.
And it's funny though too, because normally like sometimes I'll eat cereal out of the box like without the milk and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that with this. Like I was like, okay, one little one. I'm like, I don't know, and then I put it together and mix it together, and then you get the milk. You're like, oh my God, this is like, how do they do this? How do they make cereal that tastes good?
It's magic.
It's good for it. Oh, very nice.
That's what it is.
Very nice.
It's absolute magic.
I'll tell you what's magic. Sylvester Stallone doing television.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be in a gangster show. He's
right up my alley.
But Terrence Winter, who Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, Taylor Sheridan from oh my God! So many Mud and so many different movies that he's done that I love. He's also doing Hell or High Water, which is my favorite Sheridan movie.
I like that movie.
Not you, but
I wish.
So he basically he's a gangster that's in New York, the present day, and he goes to set up his whole crew in like Minnesota. So it's like. It's similar, I think, to like Ozark. It sounds like
that's as soon as you said that. That's what
it sounds like Ozark, but it's like he's trying to set up camp in this like little small like by the books town, and here come these gangsters from New York with Stallone leading the family. I mean, what did they say? Kristian Harloff needs a new television show to watch. It's like
what network?
What did they say it was going to be on?
Yeah, he hasn't done TV. When has Stallone done TV?
So Stallone to lead, he's never, and not since the 70s. He hasn't been. He did guest appearances, and I think he was on This Is Us for like he's never been on the lead.
Yeah,
never been on the lead.
Probably been on the Love Boat once. Maybe.
Something like that. It's true. Sylvester Stallone he's in negotiations to star and executive produce the drama series Kansas City for the Paramount Plus service.
Okay.
So that alone it's Yellowstone and Mayor of Kingstown creator Taylor
which are
Sheridan.
doing really well.
That's
People are loving Yellowstone.
Yeah, Sopranos writer and Boardwalk Empire creator Terrence Winter, 101 Studios, and MTV Entertainment Studios will back the project.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
It's a great mix.
That would be Missouri.
So it's set in the present day. Legendary New York City mobster Stallone is faced with the startling task of reestablishing his Italian mafia family to the modernized straight-shooting town of Kansas City, Missouri. There, Sal, I love his name is Sal. Sal encounters surprising and unsuspecting characters who follow him along an unconventional path to power. It's going to mark Stallone's first major leading role in a television series. He was on 70s shows like Police Story, Kojak, and more recently, This Is Us. So Stallone, Sheridan, and Braden Aftergood will serve as executive producers, along with David C. Glasser, Ron Burkle, and Bob Yari. Winter serves as a showrunner, and a writer's room is already at work. I mean, are you kidding me?
I hope that they don't like make the people from Missouri too comical. I mean, I hope it's like Ozark, where they have the accent a little bit, but it's not like, oh, don't you know? Just please let it be like gritty.
I think it will be with this crew. Yeah, with this crew they're writing, this doesn't seem goofy, dude. Like if you watch, I mean, from what I've seen in Yellowstone, and then obviously Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos, like this is great. Can you imagine Stallone doing television back in the 80s? No, not in a million years. He's like one of the biggest movie stars ever. Like now, this is where you go. And it's not Twilight his career. Stallone is very much present in. I mean, look how many people cared about Rocky versus Drago. Now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
How many people cared that he wasn't going to be in the third Creed, right?
Yeah.
He's not
in the third
Creed. Yeah, I know,
right,
but because he's still really relevant.
Yeah, he is. And plus the fact, I mean, he was just, and people got so excited when they announced him he's going to be in the new Guardians movie.
Yeah.
He's been in all the Guardians movies. So to pull this, do you ever see Copland?
Mm-mm.
God, probably.
Copland's fantastic. It's, oh my God! So, director killing me. Killing me. Oh my God! People are killing me. Who's directed the new Mangold?
Mangold.
Yeah, Mangold directed Copland, and it's really good. And so he plays this cop that's deaf, and in one ear, but then this whole thing happens at the very end. But this whole town is just run by these cops, and he just never was able to get to the certain level of cop. He's like the sheriff of the town, and all this used to be like gangster stuff, but like all this stuff starts happening within these cops, and he's kind of like figures out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a underrated movie for people who have seen it. They rave about it, but it's really good. And he's really good in it. And I think that's one of the things where he shed just the kind of tough, because he's not super. I mean, he does what he has to do, but he's not like Rambo or at Rocky or any of these different kind of characters that he's played in the past. I love that movie. But I like this. I like this idea very much so to have him play a gangster.
I'm down.
He played a gangster once before in Oscar.
Yeah.
People like that movie. Oscar he plays mafioso, but it's a comedy not musical, but it's a comedy. Marissa Tomei. You remember Stanley Tucci in that one?
Comedy music.
Tooch.
Yeah, the Tooch.
I watch anything with the Tooch.
Yeah, me too.
The Tooch and the Fouch.
Yeah.
Tucci's going to play
Just
Fouch.
Together.
Yeah.
This summer, coming out, Stanley Tucci plays every variation of the Fouch. Hey!
I want that so bad.
The Fouch. Anyway.
God.
What else are we missing here? Anything else?
The name Sal. I had an awful ex named Sal.
Awful?
Awful.
How
Let's
awful?
dig into that.
Yeah, no, the
might as
worst.
well.
You know, do you have names of people who've dated and now every time you hear the name, like, because you just like, ugh.
Yeah, was it? How long did you date Sal?
That was like my first love in high school. So I was like 15, 14.
First love, and he's getting bad reviews?
Oh my gosh, she was awful.
Why?
He was
Bad breath?
No. He was a pathological liar. Like he would lie about.
You got some taste in
I
guys.
know. That was one of the jokes I made at my sister's wedding speech when I had to make the speech. I was like, the only person with worse taste in exes than my sister is me. It's so bad. I'm working on it.
We'll talk. We should. You know what? I'm gonna get into our last.
Working on it. I have like reverse daddy issues because I love my dad so fucking much.
So you try to find someone who's exactly opposite of him.
No, I don't know what it is. It's like
we got to get into this because this is annoying me.
This is a whole other show. I mean,
it really is, because I have so many questions with you.
Yeah.
Of what you do.
I know. I would give you access to my text
no more
messages and
Sals.
stuff. Like you could look.
No
more Sals. I know.
I don't need to look. You know why?
I tell you the truth.
Besides that, I think that I could guess what your texts say, and I'd probably be able to. You'd think that I wrote it, because I would be able to say, this is what these texts say between Steph, and then Steph understood. Because remember, when we talked about this other guy,
yeah,
you said I'm over. I said, no, you're not. I said, I'm never going to go back to that guy. I'm not. And then you did.
Well, that's like very loose term.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's loose or not. It doesn't change the fact that at some not just because it's like, well, you're not strong enough. No, it's because you get into these paths for some reason, and you want to give these guys a shot and say maybe you're wrong. And do you want to change these people? Is that part of it?
No, I am not a fixer. It's not that. I think it's that
hold it for a second, Steph, because we got a lot. There's more than a little segment. I gotta finish this off, because I gotta tell you guys this before we do it, because a big problem is that these assholes she dates, they're not washing their assholes, and they need to do it, when they're because they probably all wipe their butts, and that's why.
Just skid mark after skid mark.
A bunch of assholes
on my mind
just
too.
wiping their butts.
Yeah,
and that's stupid. And if you want to give your family and friends something more memorable than just a gift card this holiday, guess what? It can be tough to think of a meaningful gift. You want to give something useful? and yet unique, cool, yet eco-friendly, techie, but actually affordable? Hello Tushy Bidets tick all those boxes. And if you're going to buy for a lot of family members, the Hello Tushy Bidets are a great gift for your eco-conscious cousin, your neat freak sister, your farty dad, and anyone who poops. And that just happens to be everybody. We all deserve a better clean while contributing to a healthier planet. Let's talk about that gift that keeps on giving. Hello Tushy Bidet. It cleans your butt way better than wiping, cuts your toilet paper use down by 80%, saves trees and all the thousands of gallons of water used to convert them into a toilet paper, and comes with this is it for me. Comes with a book full of poop jokes. My butt's in love. I remember when they sent this to us back during the SEN early days, Brett and I were both very excited about this thing because it would take you like 7 minutes to set this thing up.
Oh, yeah. And it was when the toilet paper thing was going. It was like when we couldn't get toilet
you don't need
paper.
It.
Yeah.
You just wash your butt, and this is what you do. You wash your butt with fresh water for a way better clean than toilet paper. You simply just spray and you pat dry. It attaches to your existing toilet. You don't need an electrician or a plumber. It installs in less than 8 minutes. You cut down your toilet paper use by 80%, saving money and paper waste. Make the restroom your best room with the complete Tushy system, including the Tushy Bidet attachment, the ottoman, the toilet brush, and Tushy stand and tissues. Join the millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now who take care of their U-logs the dignified way. Get the gift of a clean bum to yourself or your loved ones this holiday and get 10% off, plus free shipping right now. But you got to go to hellotushy.com/bigthing. Tag me and Hello Tushy on social media so we can celebrate your clean butt. Don't send me a picture of your clean butt, just the fact that you got it. That's hellotushy.com/bigthing for 10% off and free shipping. All right. Speaking of assholes.
Saul.
No, tell me.
Here's what it is.
Okay.
I'm not looking to date, or so when assholes come around me, I entertain because like every now and then I'll want to like hang out, do something fun.
But why assholes?
I didn't know they were assholes. It's like then you find out because.
But haven't you dated enough of them at this point that you have like asshole radar?
Yeah, you would. I date
No.
like the sneaky assholes, the ones that are like very nice and charismatic, but then like have dark demon closets that I like don't know until like a little later.
Is a nice guy just too boring for you? Be
No,
honest.
I like a nice guy.
Yeah, but that's what
But
everybody
I don't
says.
think
It's
a
not
nice
true.
guy. No, I don't want to say a nice guy can't. I need to manifest a nice person eventually in my life.
Right.
But I think that some nice guys don't come. Like I'm more intimidated. Like I don't get approached by like nice guys all the time.
That makes sense.
It does?
That the nice guys don't approach. You know, that
Well, they don't. Yeah, well.
the sleaze bags are the ones that'll walk
Also,
right
at
up.
least-
Well, but I mean,
sucks.
but there's gonna be
LA's a
nice
sewer.
people. But when you say that, though, nice guys are gonna be less hesitant. I think nice guys can approach.
They should. No,
They
they
should
should.
approach.
I'm saying their confidence
Confidence
usually, I'm as a former nice guy,
right?
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
I mean,
right.
it took me forever to ask my wife out. I was intimidated by her.
Right.
So I think that's, I can see that. So you're not getting approached, but I think maybe then your red flag is as soon as somebody approaches
But let me
you.
ask you though, Steph. Though, so what if a nice guy approaches you? You wind up going out with the nice guy, but he doesn't have that edge. Like, are you gonna be bored?
No, I don't.
See, you didn't answer that confidently.
No, I don't think so. I think that I am not willing to be someone's girlfriend unless like they're fucking awesome.
Okay.
So I think once that happens, I would be okay. That would be okay, but they would have to be like the full like to date people in our industry. You need to be able to be supportive and not jealous,
Yeah.
and okay if I have maybe making more money than you.
Yes, and the other thing though too is so. What I will say though, going back to the nice guy conversation, you can be a nice guy and still be confident.
Yes.
because that's the thing.
Totally.
Because
That's what you need, confidence.
because women can smell not confidence from a mile away. You approach a woman with confidence and be nice, and don't be a creep, and you be nice. Like,
Why do you think comedians pull bitches? Because like Pete Davidson should not be pulling as
he's
hard.
also hung like a rhinoceros, apparently.
But women don't like
They don't know
need
that right away.
massive dicks though. Like truly,
Right.
that's such a like a
true.
gossip story.
Yeah.
Like no one's like, yeah, I really want a massive dick. Like
Right.
it's just like not what it is.
Right.
So it's his confidence. I'm
Right.
positive.
He
on
also
it.
has a lot of demons too, though.
Yeah, I know.
But apparently a nice guy. I don't know him very well,
Yeah.
but he's got. But I mean, because
Funny, yeah, and confident. Yeah, he's
very, very nice guy. But
Yeah.
but that dude, no one's allowed to. He's like James Cameron. Like to me, James Cameron, and I'll tell you why.
How? Yeah, I need to know how this connection's being made.
You'll hear it and you'll see it. James Cameron,
Okay.
to me, is a guy that they keep doubting him over and over and over again. Every time he makes a movie, like, he's going to fail. They're not going to do it. He can't do it. There's no chance. You look at the movies that he's done, whether it is Titanic, The Abyss, Terminator, hit after hit after hit. Mm-hmm. Kate Beckinsale, Ariana, freaking the Carrie, what's it, Crawford, the Crawford's daughter, Gerber, and now Kardashian. This guy, no one's allowed to say anything about him.
No.
It's like he's this guy. I mean, because
it's all number one picks.
It's
100% all number one draft pick. Kate Beckinsale alone,
right? I mean, and his movie was good. And King of Staten Island, he could retire on King of Staten Island.
That was a great movie.
That was it. And he played, just played himself.
And his last stand up was pretty good too.
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of him. And he's also a buddy of our friend John Mafia, who's I remember when Pete used to be on Twitter a long time ago. I went back and forth with him on Schmoes when because he had heard at Schmoes and he was going to come on the show, but then he just bailed on Twitter and I never got in touch.
Yeah, he's too much of a liability for Twitter
in general, whatever he was doing, right? But always thought he was a very nice guy. I think that a lot of the stuff that he's definitely your generation.
Yes.
Right? Like
totally.
that type of humor.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for sure, but I'm definitely the old fart in the room when he's doing the...
I've never seen him do stand-up, but
stand-up, I saw some of his stand-up stuff that he did. He does actually a really funny joke where he talked about, as we talked about last, Louis C.K., about how Louis C.K. was such a scumbag to him when he was... Louis C.K. called him out for being stoned, out of nowhere, and he does a whole thing, which is pretty funny. He just tells stories. Yeah, he does he does podcasts
about how he's the little shit in every room, which he is. Yeah. But one thing I really liked about Pete Davidson was in that special, he's like, I'm bipolar. It doesn't give me an excuse to be a dick.
Right.
Like your mental illness does not give you an excuse to be a fucking dick.
And that's what I think he's done very well. But that's the thing. So going back to your point, there's a confidence though. There's a confidence that you have to have.
Yeah.
And there's because that's how, and it is the benefit that dudes have, honestly, because dudes, there's so many guys that I know that don't. I mean, look, you look at my wife.
10.
Right? 10.
Yep.
Now, at my age, I'm pushing a 5. Right? And I'm still, my wife still wants to be with me because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this woman's still with me. I can't believe it. I'm out the door.
Don't tell her what I look like.
That's the truth. It's true.
Use a filter.
It's like, but either way, it's like, but the thing is, there's a confidence that in general, that you can approach stuff. And if you have the confidence and you make her laugh, you got a shot.
Yeah, that's true. But we've talked about it. I'm just in the place of my career where I'm loving being an independent and alone and not tied down to anything. So I think this is all I complain but it's all funny to me. Eventually, some of it's annoying and obviously why are you a dick? But it is funny because I'm not taking much of it seriously. But I do think when I am ready, I need to be okay, what is attracting these awful?
Right. Do you know what you need to do?
You date a lot of guys in the industry?
And that's probably it too.
The recent ones,
You need,
my parents are no.
I think for a year you need to live in Minnesota, like Stallone's going to do.
Yeah. My dad says I need to roam the hospital floors for a doctor. I said we're in a pandemic.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that right now.
Are you talking
I wouldn't do that right now.
I know.
Yeah, but I would go to go camp out for a year in Minnesota or somewhere too. You'll find a nice guy or one of those people
and bring him back.
I guess, or you might. I'm trying
to
Minnesota. I need you to move.
Do they have mail order?
Christian's I've been trying to get you off the network for a little bit.
I don't know how to do it.
Damn. That's a good way.
Yeah.
Steph, by the way, I think that there's a nice guy in Vegas for you in Nebraska.
They have a Cornhusker dating site. I believe they got one for everything.
Yeah, who knows with the way it is. I'm so glad I'm not doing it today. Because the dating apps and all that shit, that came way after us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I never used the dating app, never used any of that shit.
To build a profile.
Yeah.
No.
What's your bio?
No, and to say there is a stupid game that is played. There really is. There is a stupid game that played, and even when and I don't want to hear women and men say I don't play games. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You all play games, and even so. I think I've told this story one of the days that my wife and I, when I went to, there was a place that we used to go to called Sonny McLean's. It was a Red Sox bar, but all my friends were it's a Boston bar. But it's a really fun bar. But we used to go. We do karaoke. We do this, and I remember watching. I had gotten stoned with a few people. I think I told this story once before, but it was Josh Duhamel. I smoked with. It was me, Josh Duhamel. Not just name dropping. He was a friend of a friend, and we were watching the Forrest Griffin Shogun Rua fight for UFC, and I had put money down on Forrest Griffin, right? And I won a lot of money on Forrest Griffin that night. So I should have been in an incredible mood, and I was stoned, and I went to Sonny McLean's, and so my friend Tom and his friend Cricket told my now wife at the time, who we'd never even had more than one conversation, that I was coming to the bar. And that I was very excited to talk to her, and that I was like head over heels about her, and I just wanted to like really spend, like, so she's like expecting like this guy to just come in and fawn all over her. So here's stoned me sitting in the corner, just fucking plowing down on wings, an asshole, right? And in my head, I'm going, I don't want to move right now. I'm going, and here's this beautiful woman on the other side, like just with, I'm just going, and in my head, it's going, what are you doing? Get up. I'm like, and I could hear the fight in my head going, I'm fucking stoned, homie. I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm like, these wings are good.
You want a wing?
But talking is hard.
But here's the stupid thing. Because it did that, my now wife is going, why isn't he talking to me? Mm-hmm. Why isn't he talking to me?
Let me crack the code.
Why I thought he was supposed to be like so into me. And then like she comes over and we start talking, and then that's my wife never does this shit. She'll tell you like and I think I've told this story before, and I told you this was the same night where there was a guy who was talking to her, and the guy was nice. He wasn't being a creep. She just was like, she pulled me to the side as I was walking by, and she goes, "Can you pretend to be my boyfriend?" And she never does that, right? And at least now I hope she doesn't do that. and it did. But we just started talking a little bit more afterwards too. And that kind of, it's this funny story that we tell, but it was that interest of it because of like, well, wait a minute. Because my wife is a hot piece of ass, and people like approach her at the bar and talk to her all the time. And here's this stoned idiot,
who's like wing sauce on his mouth,
just sitting there, like eyes
not bloodshot,
but just like why? Well, he doesn't seem that interested in me. When you get sold on here's this guy, he's coming in, he's gonna talk, and you're like okay, and you're waiting to talk to him, and here he is. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And now it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
So that it's not for everybody. Don't go
you're
sit
not
in
a dick though. Like I think
no,
if you
I wasn't being a dick at all.
Then you would have been like the fun surprise to find out later that you actually never gave a fuck.
No, right. That's what it was more of me just, and it was like
being you. You were hit high. You were having a good time, but and
at that time I wasn't looking for a relationship. Also, so it was like one of these things. Like, yeah, she's very attractive, and if I happen to run into her at a comedy store, at the comedy show or anything too, I can't wait to talk to her. But I just want to chill.
Yeah.
Which thank God that things went the way that it did.
I just want to chill. That's like my life.
That was it. I just wanted to chill. But it turned out to be, it's funny how things work out too. My wife. Yeah.
They need to teach that. I had a stink of desperation about me, and women could tell I really liked them, and could tell that I was way too interested, and that I really and it was a turnoff. It was like, and the minute I put a wedding ring on, I was like, man, honey, could we just go back in time? I would still want to be married to you, but can I have this confidence when I was 20?
Yeah, because you know you can't do anything.
I'm like beating them off with a stick.
When it rains, it pours.
Because you know you can't do anything.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Because I'm just talking to them, like I'm talking to a dude at the bar.
Always
because that's the thing. So Steph will then be around married idiots, right, and be like, I need somebody that's able to just be free in themselves like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't come from
with
before that.
Men, no.
It takes a while to get there.
No, everyone's like that, though. People are like animals. Like the moment you have a boyfriend, they're like all in your DMs.
Yeah. That's how it is. It's just because people look. People are scumbags.
20-year-old me wouldn't have told the world girls, I don't want to go get tacos.
Yeah, we invited Brett to get tacos. He said no.
I was like, oh my God.
You'd be texting people.
Fans would have cut off their fucking arms to go in, and I'm like, I'm good.
We're gonna go over the next calendar. I'm all right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Really?
How many of those calendars do you think you sold? Over under 20?
I think a little over that.
That's great.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The fans were awesome there. It was so fun. It was really cool. That was the first time we've had like our calendar somewhere.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's good. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see Dorina. I gotta have her on to do the thing.
Yeah.
If we do it, I gotta probably have her on.
Yeah. I just borrowed her the Thing pants.
Oh,
They were
I've never seen it.
extremely
I've never seen it.
comfortable.
That's the whole thing. Have you seen it?
No.
Actually, I've never seen it either.
No.
So
I heard it's amazing because of
everyone
Dorina.
says. So she loves it. She loves that movie. All right, listen, we've been talking for a bit, and that's all right. This Friday, we got the Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. The Animatrix is what we're going to do. You should definitely, you'll love Animatrix, and it plays into the second movie for sure. So make sure you guys check that out. If you have not already and you're brand new, please subscribe to this channel and hit that little notification button so you know everything that's going on, whether it's reviews, trailers, trailer reactions. The show that we have here, Steph, myself, and Mike Kalinowski will be back on Friday. Probably the last Friday Sith Council that we're going to do. Probably going to shift it into Wednesday as we get prepared for Boba Fett, which is right around the corner. So don't forget about that. Make sure you check that out. Leave comments. I try to respond to all those comments. So go ahead, leave those. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Remember, one more time, the Spectacular is available if you want to watch it, the schmodownlive.com and patreon.com/schmodown. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out. Thank you, Brett. Thank you to Steph. See you.